Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Okay, this is the fourth time I've tried to do this video. We'll see if this one takes. Which is ironic because what I'm talking about is the now moment. Have you heard the term live in the now or accept what is right now? And you're like, well, what the heck does that mean? Well, that's what I'm going to tell you. Like I said, this is the fourth time I've started this video, and I could let it frustrate the crap out of me, but there's a reason. I don't know. Maybe there was something I said. I have no idea why the first three got interrupted or stopped or whatever. But when you understand, everything is a mindset, right? You can only control you right now. You have no control over anything else. And so many times we're in a situation that really sucks, whatever it is. And we get frustrated, we get angry, we get judgmental, whatever. And then later, whether it be hours later, months, years, you look back on the situation and you think, well, that really wasn't that bad. Why did I get so upset? Or, and I've done this, I look back and then I kick myself for getting so angry. And my windows are open, so you'll have to excuse the noise. So, and then you see that I had no control over whatever that situation was. And if I hadn't let it get me angry, I would have enjoyed this situation even more. Like this past week, my husband and I had to travel to New York. And there were, I'm going to say, a comedy of errors that happened over the week that we were gone. And I could have let that stuff the old me. Oh my God, I told my husband coming home yesterday when we came home, I said, the old me would not have talked to you all the way back. I'd have been angry at you all week. It would have probably ruined the entire week for both of us and his family that I was meeting for the first time. And it would have made our trip horrible. And it wouldn't have changed the outcome because I can't fix what's already broken, right? So, and not that anything was really literally broken, but I can't go back and I made a cake. We left the cake at home. So I had to go up and make another cake, which was no big deal for me. I love to bake. So, and it's a recipe I have in my head. So I had to make another cake. We went to a town because, so I could see the town because I've never been there. We parked in a loading zone. We got a ticket. Coming home, I asked my husband, I said, did you pack the computers? Because I knew I didn't. No, we left our computers in New York. So, and I'm supposed to start my class that I'm coaching Monday, like in 2 days. I don't have my computer. So I'm not starting my class on Monday. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. And I told him, I said, the old me would have just been so pissed at you because all this stuff happened. Now I look at it and I think, you know what? Shit happens. It's okay. If I had gotten so angry, it would have ruined our trip. But instead, I look back at the amazing things that happened. Does it suck? Yeah. Did anything really bad happen? No. Inconveniences happened, but that's okay. we both learned, you know what? I need to go back to making my list when we pack up to make sure everything's packed. We need to pay attention to parking signs. I mean, it's I want to say it's stupid little mistakes, but they happen for a reason. And sometimes things happen to remind you or for you to check yourself, because you can think all day long that you're enlightened and you're in a better place and all this kind of stuff. And I have done this, I think, oh, I'm doing pretty good. And then life happens and then I get pissed and I get angry. And then it's like, okay, are you really enlightened? Have you really changed? So it's a way for the universe. This is a period of time where we're being tested, and not in a bad way. Because to evolve to a higher state of consciousness, we really truly need to do everything out of love. And human nature still kicks in from time to time, because initially I was frustrated. I won't say I was mad. I was frustrated because we left the cake, because we left the computer, because we got a parking ticket. But it was very short-lived, and I let that energy just flow through me. And I enjoyed the trip. And then I look back and, I was able to meet his family and enjoy my time with them. We had a great trip up. We had a great trip back. It rained a little bit on the way back, but oh well. It could have been so much worse. I mean, I think back to other situations I've had in my life where, my dark night of the soul. I allowed myself to get sucked into the pits of hell and focus on the negative stuff, the things that I had no control over. And I allowed that to drag me down. Now I look back on it and I'm thankful it happened, because I learned from it and I grew from it. So if you live in the now, regardless of what's going on, everything happens for a reason. And whether you ever find out, sometimes we never know why something happens, because it might not be meant for you. Somebody else might benefit from it. And that's okay. We're here to not only create our own existence, but co-create with the others in our existence. So living in the now, you only have control over right this second, over you right this second. You don't have control over anything else in the outcome. I mean, as hard as you try, my husband and I there are things that we're manifesting. I don't have control over that. I know I create my existence, but I can't make the house appear. I can't make the situation change. I can work. I can put my action into play, but ultimately I can't change the situation. If that makes any sense. I know I'm kind of babbling, but I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying, because until I got this, life was a struggle. Life was miserable for me. Now, I mean, I have said numerous times, I live in heaven on earth. Heaven is what you make it. Hell is also what you make it. You know, if you're trying to shift an outcome that you honestly have no control over, let it go. Live your existence right now. And enjoy your existence right now, whatever that is. Find the beauty in the moment, whatever's going on. You know, we have a family member that's fighting cancer. Does it suck? Yeah. Big time. But if you get stuck in the fact that somebody's sick and dying, I look back to when the last weekend or the last time I saw my dad. If I had gotten depressed because my dad was dying, I would have missed I didn't know it was the last time I was going to see him. If I got depressed and upset because my dad was so sick and not enjoyed the time that we had together, I would then have, once he passed, I would have kicked myself and resented the fact that I didn't enjoy the moments with him. Because whatever happened, I won't say is pointless, but enjoy the time. Because the other thing, I told my husband coming home, I said, you know, the person that is fighting cancer, you don't know when their last day is. You don't know when your last day is. You could die now, watching this video. I could die sitting here doing this video. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. When it's their time to go, it's their time to go. You know, but they've had quality time that they wouldn't have had otherwise if this person hadn't been sick. You know, I look back to a friend of mine that passed away. And while he was sick and fighting cancer, every weekend his family would get together and they would have a cookout. They would have, you know, amazing time together because he was sick. And they wanted to spend as much time as they could with him and have a good time. You know, not everybody gets that chance. Sometimes sometimes people die, a lot of times people die, and then you're like, I wish I had said this, or I wish I didn't get mad at them the last time I saw them, or whatever. Enjoy the moment. Whatever you're going through, I'm not telling you it's not tough. I'm not telling you just suck it up, buttercup, because I understand. But try to find, there's always a silver lining in the cloud. You just have to look for it. You know, even in the darkest moments, you know, even when I was going through the deepest parts of hell that you could think of, and I was ready to call it quits, and I was ready to end my life, there was a silver lining. Thank God I found it. You know? That's why I'm still here. Plus, it wasn't my time to go. You know, so enjoy the moment. You have no control over anything. You know, it's like when I was looking for my last house. No, I'm sorry, when I was looking for this house. People are like, aren't you worried? It's like, no, why am I going to worry? Worrying is not going to manifest my house, isn't going to make it appear. Worrying isn't going to make my job appear. You just have to, and when I say enjoy the moment, I don't mean sit on the couch and eat bonbons. You know, it's not going to drop through your ceiling and into your lap. You still have to put the work forth, but you have to let it go of the outcome, because you really have no control over the outcome. You might think you do, but there are 1,000,001 variables that play into that outcome. You know, just like this house. I couldn't make it happen. People lived here before me. I can't go up to the door and say, hey, I like your house, get out. You know, and tell my boss, oh yeah, by the way, this is where I'm moving. This is where I'm working. It doesn't work that way. It ended up that way because I just let it happen. I still looked for the house. I still did my due diligence. And I enjoyed the moment. I enjoyed the journey. Enjoy your journey. Every moment. Whatever that moment is, enjoy it. Because you may not get another one. And this isn't to be morbid. But you don't know what the next moment brings. You don't know what the next breath brings. It could bring good news. It could bring bad news. It could bring, you know, even the bad news. There will be something positive come out of it. There always is. Always. It may not be for you, but it might be for someone else. Just like, again, this week, we heard about somebody that killed themselves, stepped out in front of a train, killed themselves because they were gay. And because they were gay, their Christian family disowned them because it didn't fall in line with their beliefs. You have no control over what anybody else does or says. You know, now those Christian people have to live with the fact that their relative killed themselves. And they didn't have time to spend, nor did they want to spend time with that person simply because they were gay. I don't care if you're gay. That's not for me to judge. Nor is it for anyone else to judge. If you're gay, God love you. Be happy. If you're not gay, God love you. Be happy. I don't, as long as you do everything out of love and enjoy your journey, let go of everybody else's opinion. Let go of everyone else's journey. Because you don't have control over it. And don't enjoy yours. Don't judge it. And don't judge anyone else's. So like I said, you know, you never know what the next moment's going to bring. It could bring a baby into existence. It could bring the death of a loved one into existence. It could bring your death into existence, which is not the end, contrary to what we've been taught, but it's the end of your physical existence. Don't live life with regrets. Don't look back, you know, over your life. If you're not happy with the way things have been, You can't go back and change them. You can start right now and be happy. Choose to be happy. Choose love. So anyway, I just had to tell you guys that because so many things played in to this weekend, this message. And I see so many people struggling, and where they could be enjoying life, they're wasting it because they're worrying or they're angry. I mean, and there were other things that happened this weekend that I could let piss me off or get angry at someone over. You know what? That's their journey, not mine. So anyway, I love you guys. I want everybody to live in heaven, to experience heaven on earth, to be happy. The dark side doesn't want that for you. The powers that be that are controlling this country, that want you to think you don't have control over your life, want you to think that. I'm here to tell you, they're lying. You have complete control over you. And that's all you have control over. So anyway, I want you guys happy. I want you to be free. So I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. If you have questions, if you're struggling with something, reach out to me. I'm here to help you get through it. I'm here to help you find the silver lining. Sometimes it's hard to see it when you're in the mud. It takes the light from outside to shine to show you what that is. I can't always find it myself. Thankfully, now I have my husband that, he understands this, and it doesn't happen often, but sometimes I need him to go, Pam, I'm not perfect either. So anyway, lots of love. And until next time, we will talk soon.